When Fallout 76 launched back in 2018, it was a rocky start to say the least. Fans wanted the deep role-playing experience the series was known for, but instead, they got a survival-focused multiplayer game that was missing a lot of what makes Fallout, well, Fallout. Fast forward now to 7 years later, and Bethesda Game Studios has been working tirelessly to reshape 76 into something fans can rally behind. Expansion after expansion, new quests, seasonal events, and even TV show crossovers have breathed new life into Appalachia. And now, in December 2025, Bethesda is dropping one of the biggest updates the game has seen in half a decade, and it's called Burning Springs. In this new update, players will leave the region behind and step into Ohio, a brand new wasteland brimming with new enemies, factions, quests, and world events to experience. And at the center of it all, none other than the Ghoul, played once again by Walton Goggins from Amazon's Fallout TV series. This isn't just another update by the looks of it, it's a turning point for Fallout 76. Let's go over everything new we learned about this update. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Fallout news. And if you want to further support the channel, consider becoming a member for early access on every video, members only content, your name in the credits, the ability to write in and have your comments featured, and access to the Discord community. The core of Burning Springs is its massive map expansion. Bethesda isn't just slapping on a new zone accessible through a menu. Instead, players will seamlessly cross the border into Ohio by walking across the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant. This is some pretty big news. Previous expansions like the Pit or Atlantic City felt like side trips, interesting but also disconnected from the main map in Fallout 76. Ohio feels integrated, as if it was always meant to be a part of the map, more similar to Skyline Valley of course. Ohio itself is unlike anything we've seen in Fallout 76 so far. Appalachia was lush, mountainous, and green, even after the bombs, and Ohio is something else entirely. It's a scorched desert wasteland filled with cracked highways, collapsed overpasses, and eerie, empty suburbs that tell stories of lives cut short by the Great War. The hub city highway town sits right in the middle of it all, built from the remains of a shattered overpass. It's here that you'll find new vendors, quest givers, and a bustling community of NPCs ready to rope you into their chaos. And Bethesda's made it clear that Ohio is designed to channel more tones similar to Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Expect dusty plains, crumbling cities, and the constant threat of raiders and monsters lurking around every corner. It's a deliberate throwback for fans who have been craving that kind of setting since Fallout 4 stuck to the urban ruins of Boston. If there's one thing in this update that could possibly draw in both hardcore Fallout players and newcomers fresh from the TV series, it could be the Ghoul. Walton Goggins' portrayal on Amazon's Fallout TV show turned Cooper Howard, the gunslinger turned irradiated survivor, into an instant fan favorite. And now he's stepping right into Fallout 76, fully voiced and ready to hand players their next big challenge. In Burning Springs, the Ghoul sets up shop in the Last Resort, a bar in Highway Town, and from there he runs a bounty hunting business. The system is ultimately broken up into two types. There's grunt hunts where you track down and eliminate smaller targets scattered across Ohio. And then there's head hunts. These are larger public events that bring an entire server together to face down boss level enemies. This feature feels like the perfect marriage between traditional MMO content and Fallout storytelling. On the one hand, you've got the constant flow of repeatable missions to grind caps and loot. On the other hand, it's wrapped in the personality of the Ghoul, who delivers his missions with the same grit and sarcasm fans loved in the Fallout TV series. Bethesda is even letting players unlock the Ghoul's weapons from the series if they stick with his contracts long enough. It's also lore friendly. Thanks to Ghoulification, Cooper Howard has been wandering the wasteland for over 2 centuries at the time of the Fallout TV series. Fallout 76 is also set in the year 2102. And while the TV show is in 2296, which means there's plenty of room in the timeline for the Ghoul to have been active in Ohio at this point. It's one of the first times Bethesda has blended the canon of the games and the show this directly. But of course it is Fallout 76, so how deeply are we really considering canon here? Of course, what's a new Fallout 76 expansion without terrifying new enemies to face, and Burning Springs seems to deliver that in spades. The headliner is the Rust King, a charismatic yet brutal super mutant who rules his corner of Ohio with an iron fist. He stages arena battles, commands a gang of Rust Guards, and oversees the armoring of Deathclaws to use as weapons. From what I've seen so far, I think facing him isn't just one questline, it's an entire campaign, and you'll infiltrate his territory, gain his trust, and ultimately decide whether to challenge or ally with his empire. Then there's the Radhog, a brand new mutated creature that's part menace and part opportunity. These husked beasts will charge you down in the wild, but they will also be tamed and kept as pets at your camp. They're unpredictable, dangerous, and perfectly Fallout. But the real jaw dropper here in this new update as far as enemies goes is the armored deathclaws. As if regular deathclaws weren't bad enough, the Rust King has found a way to bind these monsters in steel plating, turning them into living tanks at this point. Taking one down will test even the best squads in Fallout 76. And don't forget about the new raider factions, intelligent mutant warlords, and other surprises waiting in the wasteland. Bethesda wants Ohio to feel alive here, and that means not just new faces, but also new ecosystems. Expect new fish to catch, new local legends to uncover, and even unique encounters if you decide to nuke the region. Burning Springs is also stacked with activities for players to experience. At its heart are the public events, designed to keep players coming back for more. In the Sinkhole Solutions event, you'll dive into a collapsing pit filled with waves of mutant enemies, while the Gearing Up event tasks you and your team with scavenging machine parts while under fire. These events are chaotic, challenging, and built to showcase the game's group play. And the campaign story in this new update threads through Ohio's political and social situations. You'll interact with the Rust King, stir rebellions, and navigate shifting allegiances between factions. Bethesda has also promised more quest content here than in any other previous expansion, except maybe Wastelanders, but making Ohio feel more like its own mini Fallout game tucked inside Fallout 76. But the real magic here, as always, comes from exploration. Burning Springs is littered with environmental storytelling for players to experience. You might stumble into an abandoned grocery store where skeletons still clutch shopping carts, or find notes from survivors who tried and failed to carve out life after the bombs. Bethesda has built Ohio as a place where every corner tells a story, and that sense of discovery is what keeps Fallout fans wandering off the beaten path. As exciting as Burning Springs is, one topic just won't go away among the fanbase, and that's crossplay. Fans have begged for this feature since launch back in 2018, but Fallout 76 still doesn't allow players on different platforms to team up and play with each other. And at the Burning Springs preview event, Bethesda leadership addressed this question directly. Production director Bill Lacoste explained that crossplay in the game would require an enormous technical overhaul of Fallout 76's overall infrastructure. It's not impossible, but the cost in time and resources it would require is definitely huge. And with the team focused on delivering new content like Burning Springs, it's simply not a priority for them. Lacoste summed it up by saying it's never a no, but for now, content comes first. Of course, that answer might not satisfy everyone, but it does highlight Bethesda's strategy in this game. Fallout 76 is 7 years old at this point, but rather than spending years rebuilding its systems in the background, they'd rather use that time to keep the game alive with fresh updates and content for us players to experience. And Burning Springs proves that strategy is working for them. Burning Springs isn't just another update for the game, it's a statement about where Fallout 76 could be headed. By launching alongside Season 2 of the Fallout TV show, Bethesda is doubling down on the crossover potential between the two series. Fans of the TV show will see Walton Goggins the Ghoul in-game, and longtime players get new systems, factions, and lore to chew on. It's the kind of synergy that can bring a whole new wave of players into Appalachia for the first time. And this definitely isn't the end, because Bethesda has already teased a massive 2026 expansion that they claim will remind players why Fallout 76 is the best place to adventure with your friends, and Burning Springs is just the beginning of a new chapter. Fallout 76 has walked a long, pretty strange road since its release in 2018. From its rough beginnings to its surprising revival, the game has been a testament to Bethesda's ability to turn things around in the end. And now with Burning Springs, the team isn't just adding another chunk of new content, they're redefining what Fallout 76 can be in the future. A seamless expansion into Ohio, a fan-favorite character brought to life, new enemies, events, and stories. It's all here. Whether you've stuck with the game since launch, or you're a newcomer curious after watching the TV show, Burning Springs is shaping up to be the expansion that puts Fallout 76 back on the map. December can't come soon enough. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Fallout news. And if you're looking for something else to watch, click one of the videos you're seeing on screen right now. I will see you there. Also, a huge thank you to all the amazing channel members.